So in today's session, we are going to understand about UI macros, guys. UI macros. Well, guys, I'll quickly open the cyber incident form. In the cyber incident form, I want to show the logo. Every time when I open the form, I want to show the company logo on this form. How can I show the logo always when I open this form? How can I show the logo on the form? So if I create a field, that logo will be applied to only one record, right? If I create a field, if I upload the image, that will be applied to only one record, right? Next time when I open the form, I don't see that image. Let me just add one image field on the form, okay? Image type of field. Okay. Let me just create a logo. If I upload the image, if I upload the image here, that is applied to only one record, right? If I upload the image, it is trying to submit. So this image will be only applied to only one person, right? Only one record, right? So next time when I open the cyber incident form, that image is not appearing, right? So my requirement is every time when I open the form, the logo should appear. In that case, image field will not work, right? Image field, for every record, we have to upload the image. I am going to remove this field from the form. Logo field from the form, okay? So in that case, what exactly I am doing is that I am going to create the UI macro. I am going to create a UI macro. Even for UI macro also, we need HTML, CSS knowledge. Okay. First of all, before I create the UI macro, I have to upload the, let us take, I am taking the company logo. Okay. I am saving this one from the internet. Okay. This image I saved in the internet. Okay. So that image I am uploading in service now. That image I am uploading in service. Images. So already Wipro image is added. We will add one more image. Okay. So general Wipro information technology dot png I am using here. Okay. WIT means Wipro information technology. I am selecting that image. Okay, that image I uploaded in service now. Images under images. Okay. So go to images under system viewer. Here I uploaded that image. This is the image that I uploaded. Okay. So you can open the image now. So in this image, we have actually some HTML content here. Okay, image height, image width, image height and image width. Now what exactly I am doing is that I am going to create the macro now. Hmm? So name I am giving as WIT logo. I am giving Wipro Technologies logo. So here that image tag I have written here. That means in the UI macro I am calling the image here. This image I am calling it here in the UI macro. Okay. So similarly, what exactly I am doing is I am going to keep this image in the division tag. Okay. Division tag. So guys, here for this one, like you have table label table name, right? So here for this one, for this image, I am giving the name. Name is nothing but ID here. ID is equal to WIT Wipro Technologies. Okay. So now what exactly I have done? First I uploaded the image in ServiceNow and I called that image in the UI macro. Okay. This second thing I have done. Now what exactly I am doing is I am going to create the formatter guys. Formatter. Remember. So in this formatter, you can say in this formatter field, you have to take the UI macro name, UI macro name dot XML we have to use. Okay. I'm keeping the name here as WIT, Wipro Information Technology. Table, what is our table? Cyber incident. Just to create the formatter, in that formatter, you are calling the UI macro name dot XML. Now you have to add this formatter. So right click, configure, go to form layout. Okay. So we are using form layout here. In the form layout, Here you can see the formatter, WIT formatter. This is the formatter that we created, right? This formatter, you are able to see it here. I am moving it to right side. I am adding above the active users. I am going to remove active user names field from here. Now you are able to see WIT field Wipro logo. It is showing too much content, right? Here we will we'll reduce the size here. 300 with the height 150 MB. So here it is showing in the completely left, right? For the second column, it is completely showing in the left, right? I have to show it in the middle. So in the UI macro, what I do is that I will use CSS to keep it in the middle. Okay. Hash means ID, guys. ID. In the style tag, ID. I want to keep it in the center. Save this one. Using this ID, I am keeping it in the center, guys. Now you are able to see in the middle. You can also decrease the size. No, width you can also decrease it. You can also make it as 250. Okay, it looks good, right? So every time when you open the form, this logo will appear every time when you open this form. Because first you uploaded the image in ServiceNow, you call that image in the UI macro, you call that macro in the formatter, you added that formatter on the form. You added that formatter on the form, guys. This is a UI macro. If I want to hide it, if I want to hide it, now you tell me, can I hide it using glide form? Can I hide it using glide form API here? How can I hide it? WIP field. Logo on the form. How can I hide this field? How can I hide this UI macro using script? If I want to hide this field, I'll use g underscore form dot set display field name comma false, right? If I want to hide this field, I'll use document dot get element by ID. ID of this field dot style dot display is equal to none. I will write, right. Here field name is WIT. So here also I'll use document dot get element by ID. WIT I have given here, right? ID as WIT, right? Using that ID, I can hide it, right? Hmm? Using that ID, I can hide it here, right? Isn't it? Okay, fine. I am going to use JavaScript executor. I can use gel also. Gel ID WIT dot style dot display is equal to. Using this line, we are able to hide it, right? Using this line, we can show it. So we are able to hide the UI macro and we are able to show the UI macro, right? Hmm? You can also use glide form as well. G underscore form dot get element, get element ID. Glide form is not able to identify this element. Gel we will try. In gel it is working. Document dot get element by ID. Using document dot get element by ID also we are able to hide it, right? Hmm? So likewise we can, if you want to hide the UI macro using ID, that is why I have given ID here. That is why I have given ID here. IDs are very important in the HTML, guys. ID attribute in HTML is very important. It provides unique identifier. Field names are unique identifiers, right? Field names are unique identifiers or not? Okay. Now, guys, what exactly we will do is, so as soon as I open the form, as soon as I open the form, okay, I would like to see the company logos, the company websites on the form always. Okay, company websites on the form always. So for that also, I want to create. So you can combine in this UI macro. You can combine this in this UI macro, or you can create a separate UI macro and you can add it if you want to separately add it. Hmm? Because I have to show it URLs always. That can't be possible using fields, right? Guys, simply one thing. If anything that you want to make advanced changes on the form, apart from these fields, apart from these fields, if you want to make any advanced changes on the form, okay, then you have to use UI macros only. In the form, apart from the fields, if client has asked you to make any advanced changes, you have to go for UI macros only. Okay. Okay, that is fine. So for that, I'm going to create this time. I don't want image, right? I don't have to create image this time. I don't have to upload the image this time to show the URLs. Okay. Just I'm going to create a UI macro. href. Okay. So I am giving an ID for this one. ID is equal to, so then after that I have to create the formatter, guys. So I am creating the formatter, I am calling the macro here. I have to add this formatter on this form now. Right click, configure, go to form layout. Guys, apart from the field creation on the form, if you want to add any additional changes on the form, you have to use UI macros only. You are able to see here, right? URLs. Whenever you click on this one, it will take you to that particular website. Whenever you click on this one, it will take you to that website. You understand, right? Mhm. So here I have added two macros on the form, two UI macros on the form. Okay, now I go to the problem, guys, here. If you take a look at here, whenever I click on this SS, whenever I click on this SS button, this is a UI action, guys. Whenever I click on this one, you are able to see something. What do we call this one, guys? Okay. It's a UI page. It's a UI page. Okay. Now, as soon as I click on cancel here, it will call the UI page here. It will call this is a UI page, guys. Yesterday we have seen about UI pages. Getting my point. Whenever I click on cancellation reason, if I select a test cancel value here, so this value will, once you click on it, that value will go to cancellation reason field here. You can see that is what we have done yesterday regarding UI pages. In today's session, we are discussing about UI macros. These are the UI macros. If you want to show some additional stuff on the form, we use UI macros. Hmm? Got it or not? Okay. Now, guys, we are actually showing the UI macros on the form by right clicking configure, go to form layout. In the form, I have added UI macros. Okay. In the form, I have added UI macros. Now, what I am telling is that not in the form, in the field, in the dictionary. In the dictionary also we can add the UI macros. Not on the form. In the dictionary level, I want to add the UI macro. Okay. Getting my point. Okay. So this button we are able to show only at this place, right? Open incident. Whenever you click on this one, it is open the incident form in a window. Same button I want to create in the middle of the form, guys. See this button, I want to create it in the middle of the form. Yes, we can do it. Using UI macro, we can do it. Using UI macro, we can do it. This UI action, right? I want to show it in the middle of the form. Is there an option in the UI action to show it in the middle of the form? Is there an option to show it in the middle of the form? In the UI actions? No, right? I can also create a UI macro for this one. So here, I'm writing a script tag. There is no client script option here. There is no client script option in the UI macro. I'm writing a script tag here. In the HTML, we can write a script tag here, okay? In that script tag, I am writing JavaScript function. Okay. In that function, whatever we wrote it in the UI macro, right? Whatever we wrote it in the UI action. Go to UI action. Hmm, which one? Resolve, right? Open incident, right? Same logic, whatever you are writing it in the whatever you have written it in the UI action, same logic I will write it in the UI macro. Okay. Right click configure, go to form layout. Open incident. This button I created. Instead of button, I am using cut tag. See, whatever the button that we are, this is a UI action. This is a UI macro. Once I click on this one, we are able to call the UI macro, right? I mean, this is a UI macro, in fact. Same, right? Same as UI action, right? You clicked on it. Once you clicked on it, it is opening the incident form, it is populating the values automatically, right? Upon submission, upon submission, incident number should be populated on the form, in the incident field. It is same as working as incident, it is working same as this button UI action, right? So I created a UI macro and added that UI macro on the form. We have added UI macro on this form, right? That means what I did, I created a UI macro. In this macro, I created a button. On click of this button, I am calling the function. So whatever the logic I wrote it in the UI action, here, whatever the logic I wrote it in the UI action, same logic I wrote it in the UI macro. That's it. Hmm? You are clear or not? Okay. So now, so far what we have done, we are showing UI macros on the form level. How do we show the UI macro on the field? Okay. I'm going to create a UI macro, another UI macro. Okay. Okay. Simple UI macro. We'll change it. Image dictionary. Okay. Simple UI macro I created. I am not going to call this UI macro at the form level. I am going to call this UI macro in the directly dictionary. So here in the email field, I want to call the UI macro. In this field means dictionary. Right click, go to configure dictionary. Just click on advanced view. So here in the attributes, you have to add another attribute. To add another attribute, you use comma here. Ref underscore contributions is equal to UI macro name. So UI macro name, this is the macro name you have to use. UI macro name. That means you are calling the macro in the dictionary. Just click on update, guys. You can see it is showing as a button, right? This is UI macro. Okay, let me do one thing. In this UI macro, so this is a UI macro. This is also a UI macro. Hmm? Getting my point? This one UI macro we added at the form level. UI macro we added at the dictionary level. So in the form, guys, finally, eventually, what I wanted to tell you is that in the form, if you want to make advanced modifications, you can do it only through UI macros. Hmm? Getting my point. So I want to decrease the size of this image. I can also keep the height and width for this one. Height width I can keep it here so that I can reduce the size. Hmm? So here I made it as this button, right? Button means clickable. I can write on click function. On click of this UI macro. Okay. On click is equal to. On click is equal to. Hmm? Hmm. Open PRB. So this function you are actually calling. This function you can write it in the script tag here. You can write a script tag here. In that script tag, you can write a function and you can call that function from here. On click of this function, you can call that. Very small image it is appearing. 10 or 6. And click on this one, it is showing hello all. Oh, 250, height 25. Now you can see whenever you click on this one, it is calling the functionality showing the UI macro. This is a UI macro. Hmm? Likewise, guys, if you want to if you want to make some advanced changes apart from the fields, advanced modifications, then you can use UI macros. Okay. However, once in a while you will get requirements on this topic. Once in a while, we'll get this requirement. Okay. So from tomorrow onwards, we will start discussing about server-side scripts, server-side APIs. So is this clear for everyone, guys? I'm going to unmute everyone. Is this clear for everyone? Guys, UI macros, concept is clear or not?
Yes, concept is clear.
Okay. Any other questions for me?
I had one question for Glide Ajax. Not for like functioning point of view, it is just not showing like whenever you in the script editor we use GA, it is not showing the list, so I can just auto populate the whole script. How I do
Okay.
that?
How is it getting automatically populated, right? So we have syntax editor macros. Okay. Okay. Here in the syntax editor macro, I created a macro for GA. Okay. So here, whenever I enter GA in the script box, whenever I enter GA in the script box, this line will get automatically populated. You understand, right?
Yes, I got it.
So what you can do is you can create a new one for this one. New one. Keyword. You can write GA here. Whatever the script that you want to automatically populate, you can write down here. Okay.
Okay, got it.
So see here, I have selected var gr. Var gr means this line of script will get automatically populated. So in the script tab, so wherever I write var gr here, so here it will work only on the server side script. It is not working. Let me open any background script. Okay. Var gr, you can see script is getting automatically populated. So when I enter a GA, script is getting automatically populated. When I use for here, okay. So this box, right? This box, this is refers to syntax editor macro. You understand, right?
Yes, thank you.
Hmm. Okay. I'm wrapping up the session for today, guys. We'll be connecting tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. Thank you all. Hmm.